the co-founder of SurviveTheStreets.org. Michael, are you there?
I sure am.
Well, thank you for joining us. I'm glad we finally got a chance to catch up. How do you pronounce your last name? I don't want to say it wrong.
Grabham, just like you were going to grab something.
All right. Well, Michael Grabham, he's going to explain to us a little bit about SurviveTheStreets.org. Now, what I think is very interesting, what intrigued me about this, I wanted to speak to you, Michael, is because it's not a traditional donate for charity kind of thing, like a Red Cross or United Way, something that's very blanket and open-ended. You have very specific people identified and screened with a very specific need. So explain how that works and how that comes together.
You know, we started helping, people in need here in Seattle about 14 years ago. And about a year ago, we started looking at this kind of in a different angle. It's like, how can we help individuals, every day, all day, any day of the week? So this is what we came up with. We identified that there are people in need that no one knows about, meaning the general public, like you and I walking down the street, wouldn't know it. But there's people out there that have specific needs that aren't getting met because they may be working with a nonprofit, let's just say, YMCA. So the YMCA can provide certain services and do, many actually great things for them. But there's certain things and sometimes many things they just can't do. Like, for instance, if a person has brakes in their car that need to be fixed and they can't drive it, and that means they can't get to work, and that means they can't take their kid to school. I mean, all those things can't happen because they don't have a car. Then there's not much the YMCA can do.
Right.
But with Survive the Streets, what we've done is allowed someone to actually go post a need, an individual specific need for that person. And then we basically crowdfund it. You and I and our friends can donate $10 or $20 or $100 towards that need. And when it's filled, when the need has been funded completely, then we literally send the money to a provider. For instance, in this example, an auto body shop, maybe Tony, who fixes cars, and he gets the money. He fixes the car. The person gets the car back and now has a car. Can do what they can do what they normally do and stay as a, what you and I would call a positive addition to society, not a negative addition to society. So that's really what we're doing. It's just we're filling a little simple gap that the nonprofits can't do, and as you and I as individuals don't know how to do. But
let me give you an example, folks. There's you go to SurviveTheStreets.org. This is Theo. Theo has graduated from high school. He'd been on the streets. He does finally have a place to live. He's planning to go to the local community college. He needs about $275 for a refurbished laptop. You can go there. You can make a donation, whatever denomination you can, $10 and up. When they get to $275, they send it over. It shows that you're working with the Union Gospel Mission so that we get Theo a laptop. So it's so specific that it's not as though you're not giving the money to Survive the Streets and then they filter it out for a phone system or whatever event they use. And I'm not trying to be critical of the big agencies. They have to run their organizations. But what I found intriguing was that it was like this. You mentioned car repairs. That was one that was on here for a few days. I saw that one. There's also another one here where tuition. These are two folks in Seattle that are looking for tuition so they can go to the local Seattle Urban Academy. You can donate to these individuals so they can do that. I think it's a fantastic concept. So help people know, what are some of the different kinds of things that you have? Now, I mentioned a couple. What are some of the others that you have right there that people can donate to?
We have somebody that needs an apartment. They have some need for a security deposit. So they've come up with some of the money, but they need a little help. That's one. You have somebody that has some dental services that's going to the dentist for the first time in 5 years. So those are, two very, very clear examples of, like you mentioned, the tuition one. Those are two kids that their parents, are, both of those are actually single parent families, just can't afford the tuition and can't get these kids to school. And it's not, we're talking about $175. We're talking about a lot of money here. So it is pretty amazing how the small amounts of money can truly dramatically affect someone's life.
And, it's funny because this is a topic I think, and I think as we can grow your organization, get SurviveTheStreets.org to a broader base of people across the country, we can find it more of than not just donations. from as far as cash, but actual like donations. Like, well, instead of Theo getting a laptop refurbished, I'll go buy him one for $300, whatever. And you start to actually get into a bartering process to help people lift them up because we have a way of communicating needs better. That's, to me, the problem with charitable giving in our country beyond just the walls of the churches. I think our church supports a lot of missionaries. We're very clearly defined on what a lot of our missionaries do. But when it comes to reaching to our community, it tends to be word of mouth. It tends to be, this person needs this person needs that. And then you can rally the troops around. You can find different ways to fundraise if you have to, and you can do it. So your site is a great way to communicate that. And I really appreciate it. I'm glad we're able to finally hook up and get you on the air and be able to explain this at least a little bit. It is called survivethestreets.org. There's a help the members button that'll show you the different ones that are active right now. They're constantly adding new ones as funds are raised. They take them off. They're working with a lot of the local church groups and community groups to help people that are either still struggling to be off the streets, or they're finally on their feet a little bit, but they can't get going with these different projects. Oh man, the one picture of this little girl. Her name is Raina. They're looking for money for brake pads and rotors for their car. So they need money for they just finalized it. I see it says need filled. Yeah. She's a single mom with 2 kids. They live in a shelter. The car broke down. They had to raise $360. Isn't that great? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it was great because not only did they get their need filled, but Tony, who was actually the auto body guy that fixed the car, he was so excited.
We're losing you, Mike.
Oh, I'm saying Tony, who is actually fixed the car, he was so excited. He literally called us and thanked us for doing what we're doing.
That's fantastic.
It was truly amazing.
It is fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, thank you again for so much of your time and your hard work. And I'm going to be keeping in touch with you. I'm going to send another email over to you. We got to talk a little bit more offline and figure out some other ways to get your organization branched out across the country better. So thank you again, and I'll take care. God bless.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.